Hi guys, welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and or emailer, we love hearing from you. Keep those emails coming in.
Yes.
So, before we get going,
Okay.
while we're on the topic of emails,
All right.
I would say the majority of the emails we get are suggestions and even just, hey, thanks a lot for that. Kind of,
Yeah.
they're very positive, I would say.
Yeah.
But once in a while we get some not so nice ones.
Uh-oh.
So I decided that instead of, sweeping them under the rug, I'm just going to, talk about them.
All right.
We'll address their criticism.
All right. Let's hear it.
Do we think we know it all? Was one of them.
Oh, I don't think so.
Apparently somebody or somebody's out there thinks that we have the opinion of ourselves that we know what we're doing.
Oh, they don't think we know everything?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. They're right. We don't know. But that's what we're here for. Let's talk about it. We'll look it up if we gotta, Yeah.
So it wasn't a criticism.
Hey, valid. I get it.
Okay. Well, I thought that was worth answering too. And I guess I would have to say a similar response that no, we really don't know.
No.
What's going on here.
We've had plenty of experience.
Yes. I'm old. So we've had puppies, dogs in our lives, multiple, more than one at a time.
Yep.
Since before you were born.
Yeah.
So I've got that. And
right.
then you've been, a huge part of Primo Corso Kennels.
Yep. I grew up with all these animals. So
Yep, dogs, and we had cats too.
Now I have my own.
Yeah. So no formal training there.
Nope.
We just I like to say, I don't know if this is like a trendy term or something I created.
Yeah.
I like to think it's a trendy term I created.
Well, I get that. Yeah.
We're just part of the dog community.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, we're just sharing information.
Yep. It's a big part of our lives and a big interest. So something we like talking about.
Yeah. Well, and we do talk. Actually, we do. I
yep.
mean, if we're, on a road trip down to Bemidji to, pick up who knows what.
Right.
We probably 50% of our conversations are about dog stuff or some silly dog thing that happened that we're telling each other about. So
yeah.
Now we're doing it to you guys out
exactly.
there.
Welcome to it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Okay. Number 2.
Okay.
We did the episode that we called Real Talk Dog Talk Hotspot.
Yes.
Somebody wanted to know why it took us so long to start our 1 minutes, because they said we bought ourselves some extra thinking time.
Well, because I'm the worst tech support. How about that? I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? That was just my phone. Can you imagine?
Well, I guess we'll have to listen to it again ourselves.
Yeah.
And we will address that pause. That there's supposed to be a lengthy pause at the start before we answer the questions. So,
well, it's an iPhone. Come on, okay? Those are more, okay. I don't know if it's me or the phone, but it is me. It's,
maybe we need an egg timer.
Well, yeah, because the timer wasn't doing what I thought it was supposed to. So then I had to figure it out.
But for those of you who didn't think we were fair on our 1 minute talk, we will listen to that episode again.
I can guarantee you that time was not used for me to think about the answers. Okay.
She was in a mild panic trying to get her phone to work.
Yeah. I mean, I had to do my own dinging at first because I was like, oh man, what? It's not stop. I don't know. So, you know.
We will certainly look at that
Mm-hmm.
and address it
We'll
for
have-
those of you out there that felt we were
We'll have to
cheating.
That's right. We'll get something a little more simple so that I can use it a little more quickly.
Right. Well,
So-
and we want to thank you for that input. We
Yes.
do appreciate the emails. So excellent. I'm glad nobody's being mean out there.
Yes, much appreciated.
But
So
so that was the two that I
yeah.
found that we should probably address.
Well, and I'm not good at cheating or lying. So
She's not. I raised
It's-
her. She's
yeah.
a terrible liar
I've tried, and you know what? It's pointless.
because she gets caught.
I do every time. Dead
By me.
giveaway. Yeah. It's like, forget it. Just, I don't even bother at this point because, yeah, I mean, so if you could see my face, you would know. Okay.
Her face, I'm telling you, you walk in the door and you take one look at her and you know exactly what's happening here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it's if my mouth doesn't say it, my face does.
for sure.
So, you know.
All right. So, questions answered.
All right. Now, from that, we're going the topic this time. What the heck is this 3-3-3 rule for dogs?
I had to Google it.
I did too,
Yeah.
because I really was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So,
Well, all I could think of was 666. I'm like, what is 333? What's half of?
I need my Bible.
Yeah.
Come on. What are we?
Yeah. So, what did we find out?
So many things. So many things. And actually, this was good to look up because I really was not aware of it. And I think it's good information for, I think it's geared more towards rescues.
I think a lot of rescues. I think the humane societies. I don't know if they originated it or
Okay.
if it's just something they kind of
Follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is geared for rescues
Okay.
and shelters.
Yeah. But I think it's good information for even if you're getting a puppy.
Absolutely. Even breeders. I mean, you're taking these puppies away from the only thing they've known for 8 weeks, sometimes more.
Yeah.
Whether it be the mom and the dad, the puppies, all three.
Right.
So there's going to be different phases of adjustment for them as well.
Yeah. So it was really interesting kind of reading this, and I think for the most part, we kind of follow it anyway, unintentionally. I guess I didn't.
I guess we hadn't put the words to the actions.
Yeah. But, it's 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months is the...
That's what the 333
That's what the
is,
three... Yeah. So...
Well, the first 3 days, I think, are probably, and again, my opinion, you know what?
What?
Enzo just kicked me.
Oh, you got to watch out for that. He's a little cranky today.
Anyhow, sorry about that. I think the first 3 days are probably the biggest in just adjustment.
Yeah.
The environment's totally different.
New sights, smells, people, possibly animals.
Absolutely everything is different
Right.
in those, first 3 days as to where they came from, whether it's a shelter or a breeder.
Right. Yep.
Sometimes the puppies or dogs, whichever the case may be, might feel overwhelmed, like just on overload. They might be scared, just even unsure of like, why am I here? Am I here for good? Am I just stopping off? Or, if they've been displaced, like a rescue dog might feel, they might just be trying to figure out what the heck?
Right,
Why am
yeah.
I here? Just not feeling comfortable.
Very unsettled.
Yeah, for sure. They might not want to even, and this is something that would apply to any new pet, really, is that they might not eat or drink.
which can feel quite concerning, and it is. You want to pay attention to it for sure, but it is normal. And they will start eating eventually.
I think it's important if you're having troubles getting them to eat or drink to at least make sure that there's water that they can access at any time.
Right.
Because a dog really can, or cat, I would imagine, can go longer without food than it can fluids. You don't want them to get dehydrated.
Yeah.
So I think, if you really can't get them to eat, you're offering it to them or leaving it down for them.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you have the water available for them, too.
Well, and when you're within that first 3 days, you're really going to have a lot of patience, and you don't want to force them into anything. You can't really force the dog to eat or drink, but, as far as interacting with people or other animals, anything like that, you want to be patient and not forceful about really anything.
Well, they can shut down where they are hiding under tables in a crate if you have that available for them.
Yeah.
They might be just so afraid that they just are, going to some place where they feel they have a safety or a cover or a little den that provides them comfort.
Yeah.
They might, I know, one I read is that they might test their boundaries.
Oh, yep. I did read that also. Yes.
And I don't really know about that one because it seems to me that an animal new to an environment would be more likely to cower and hide and try to keep safe as opposed to being kind of naughty. I don't know if that's very nice to say.
Acting out.
Yeah. I don't think they would. Well, they might. I'm not saying they would.
They might. I think in that case it may be things more, and this is, just my opinion, more along the maybe pottying inside the house, just from unsure where to go, maybe trying to figure that out.
I suppose chewing on a shoe.
Yeah.
That maybe that releases some anxiety.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose I could see that.
Something like that. But I think for the most part, it would be just kind of finding a place where they feel most comfortable.
Right.
And just sticking to that.
Yeah.
So
then, that's like in the first 3 days you're dealing with, and then the next is 3 weeks.
Yes.
So at the 3 week mark, they should be starting to feel a little bit more settled in.
Mm-hmm.
Some level of comfort where they aren't feeling so displaced.
Maybe getting a feel for the routine with everybody in the house.
Yeah.
Work schedules, school, things like that. Maybe not fully.
Right.
But
they might also be realizing that this is where they're going to be.
Yes.
I know when we brought Zeus into our breeding program, he just kind of seemed like he was ready to leave all the time.
He did, yeah.
You'd have him on a leash and walk him past the car, and he'd start leaping at the car like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, he was pretty sure he was going somewhere.
It took quite a while for him to realize, hey, this is where we're going to be.
Right.
This is it.
I'm staying.
Yeah, and that was kind of interesting because I'm not sure what his full background was, but obviously the environment had changed to some degree where he did not feel like that was where he was supposed to be.
Right.
But at 3 weeks, they should start thinking, this is the place.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and during that time, I read that that's a good time to start training, just basic training, nothing too extravagant or anything. Sit, stay, come, recall, things like that.
Just the thought I had, which I didn't read this, but as you were saying that, I think it's important when they're going through these phases of adjustment that when you are doing that training, I would be I myself would be very cautious to not scold them.
Right.
Always make the training a positive thing, whether it's a treat or a favorite toy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, if you're going to scold them, they're going to look at the environment they're in as a negative.
Right. Well, and that's still just the within the first 3 weeks is very new
Right.
for an animal. So, and positive reinforcement is huge. Buy all the treats. Make sure they do have a couple favorite toys.
Yeah.
And make sure you're very positive, because that's gonna, not only is that gonna help them with the training, of course, but that's gonna help them bond with you as well. And
Well, I know, when Primo Corso Kennels lets a puppy go to its new home,
mm-hmm.
there's always a gift bag, and people might think that we're cheap and we're sending, used toys, but what we're sending is something familiar,
Right.
something that they're used to playing with,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a honkin' pig or a rope toy or just any toy that is something that the litter mates and the puppy that's going all play with. It's going to be something that helps them adjust to their environment because it's something familiar.
Right.
We, even a blanket.
Yep.
I call it a scented blanket.
Yeah.
But that is put in with the puppies, the mom, they lay on it, they
Mm-hmm.
tug with it, they do whatever. Then it's rolled up and sent off with the puppy going to its new home.
Right.
Because their environment is going to change drastically. So if they have a few things that are maybe familiar to them, it can make that adjustment a little bit easier.
It can. It helps with the anxiety and stress because they do have a place where they are comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it is familiar.
And it smells like the other
Right.
babies.
So
Yeah.
it's not a total 110% they're not here again. Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
They can still.
Well, I'm sure some rescues must do that.
I feel like everyone should do that I think that's an excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
Just because even if it is a shelter, that is what they're familiar with. That's
Right.
where they're at. And, I think it makes a huge difference. I think it's an excellent thing to do.
Well, I think people, if they are crate training and they have something in there with them, let's see, Cheech,
Mm-hmm.
who is now known as Atlas,
Yes.
took a honkin' pig and a lamb chop with him.
Yes.
And before he left, he was laying in a kennel cuddled up with his lamb chop.
Yep.
So, it does provide comfort and a familiar
It does.
piece to their environment.
Well, and I think about it, babies have blankets. My son has blankets that he's had since he was a baby. And I cannot imagine, because, puppies are babies. And I just imagine taking everything. They don't even have their favorite blanket.
Yeah.
They got, so that's kind of what comes to mind when I think about just sending a puppy off with nothing. It's like, oh.
Right.
Which I know they're fine. Obviously, they're going to good homes, but...
Yeah, it's an adjustment. It's
right.
sometimes tough on them. That's why, it's if there's a way that a person who is selling, rehoming a puppy can make the transition easier, I think that is the best way to do it.
Right.
Also, at this 3-week mark, they kind of start letting their guard down and creating a bond with, different people in the home, whether it's the kids or a single individual.
Yeah.
They start to kind of feel like they can trust that person and they start bonding with them.
Right. Well, and that's a good time to, when you are within that first 3 weeks, make sure that, you're giving clear instructions when you're dealing with them and maintaining boundaries in a positive way.
Yeah.
Just so that they know this is how things go here.
And consistency.
Consistent, that is huge.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Now, I was actually telling you the story
Mm-hmm.
of a young woman I knew who got a dog.
Yes.
She was a rescue, and she got it from out of state. And it was flown into her, and I was there. I witnessed the goings-ons.
Yep.
And she, welcomed the dog into her home, and then she had some errands to run, some things to do. So the first thing she did was bring the puppy with.
Right.
And what she did there was, and it wasn't just the one time.
Right. Yeah.
It was every time she left, she had the puppy with her.
Mm-hmm.
And if she was home, then the puppy was home, of course.
Right.
But what that did was it made the puppy associate security with always being with the individual. And as wonderful that might be, the odds of being able to be with your pet 100% of the time is pretty slim.
Right.
So you have to think about that and, get them comfortable with being at home alone, which might be the blanket that is sent with it or the toy that is sent with it, and provide that security without you there.
Right.
So that they aren't in a panic mode when you leave. And that particular puppy did end up having some separation issues. And it was very destructive when it was left at home. So, I think you have to be consistent, and those boundaries are important, because if you just kind of let things happen without any rules, you're going to have a problem.
And listening to that too, that's another really good reason to kennel train your dog. So
Yes.
they have that safe place at home, and you don't have to lock them in it every time.
No.
But they can go to it. They have their own space with their own things. It's like a bedroom. My kid, he likes going to his bedroom sometimes. He says, I need peace. I'm not sure why an 11-year-old needs peace, but hey.
Well, and that's a good point too. With the kennel, as they're young, you might want to have them in the kennel when you're gone. But everybody looks at the kennel as restrictive, confining.
Yeah.
But that can actually be, comfort.
My dogs love their kennels.
And they don't have to be shut in it, as you said, when they get older.
Right.
In my living room, I have a kennel that sits under the TV.
Yep.
And it's opened all the time. And if the dog is not on the ottoman or on the couch, they're in the kennel or on the dog bed. It's an option. And when my younger puppies get playing too rough, the two older ones go and just sit in the kennel and watch.
Yep. They're out of the way. They don't mind them going around, but they don't want to be a part of it. Yeah.
So, it's not, kennels are not a punishment or restrictive.
Right.
It is a way to control them when you're training them.
Yes.
But it can be a comfort too. So that is a really great, kennels are a good thing.
They are. It not everybody takes it to extreme and leaves them locked in there, so.
The bad thing about a dog becoming a little bit more comfortable at 3 weeks is if they're a rescue, you might start seeing some behavioral issues coming out.
Right. Oh, I know they love me now, so I think I might chew this. It'll be fine.
They don't like this couch anyhow.
I can tell. So.
So, you want to watch for those behaviors to start. And again, go back to the boundaries and the consistency.
Yes.
So that you can kind of nip that in the bud and stop it.
And there's still, again, that really positive reinforcement. Go get a bunch of treats,
Treats, toys that are familiar to them.
Yes.
Can be a distraction from something naughty.
Yep.
But I think you have to be prepared for them to possibly. And you know what? Not all dogs do have a behavior.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a good thing to know that might be the time it will come about.
Yes.
Be ready.
And you might, it doesn't happen right away because, when they're feeling more nervous, they're going to be maybe a little less likely they're not comfortable. So they're not going to think, oh, well, I think I can chew on that. They're going to be like, I think I should stay here.
I'm staying under the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can't make me come out.
I won't do it. No.
So, yeah. Well, and the third three.
The third
of
three
is that they're comfortable.
Yep, they're just at home now.
Yep, they've realized that, hey, this is where I live. These people do love me. They're happy to scratch my tummy.
Yep.
You're really bonding.
This is it. This is my happy ending, my family. And, hopefully by then too, you've got some little basic training with them and
a routine.
Yep. They've met everybody that's in the house, and whether it be, again, pets or people. You know, I have multiple dogs, so I'm not getting any more now, but I'm at my limit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I really love JoJo.
Yeah, she is a button.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, this whole litter that Primo Corso Kennels just had is, I call them Team Turbo Tail.
And they are.
They are crazy tail wagging puppies. And actually, this little black brindle, we call her JoJo, is, wow. That tail is like a propeller.
My goodness. And it is. You can almost not see it. It's going so fast.
She is. And very responsive. I mean, you say one word or make one noise looking at her and that tail's just going.
And man, the face on that. Oh.
She is adorable.
So stinking cute. Anyway.
But this is also, where they've, they feel secure.
Right.
And they're bonding with you. And they have their routine. And this is where they are kind of becoming part of the home.
Right. This is kind of, and that's one thing that I did read and I wrote it down. And I'm not sure, in my opinion, I would probably have done some of this stuff throughout the first 3 months. But they should be able to do things such as go to the park and ride in the car.
Now, did they say in the part that you had read, because we do our research separate, so we aren't reading the same stuff.
Yes.
The information Tori gets is from who knows where, and where I get it is from who knows where.
Right. Yep.
So we just read individually what we find. But my question was, are they saying not to do that stuff till they're 3 months old, or with you for 3 months?
No, they didn't say that. I feel like the way they meant it is maybe their comfort level is at a point where they're comfortable doing that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's the way they meant it, just because, again, that's things that I would probably try and incorporate into life before 3 months of having your new dog. But because that's riding in the car especially is something, I mean, my dogs don't really care for it, but it's something I think is important to be able to at least get your dog in there.
Yeah.
But so I feel like they meant it more. The comfort level of the dog is at a point where you should be able to do more activities like that.
Well, Elsa, she is my main lady, and she really wants to go in the car.
She was so cute the other day.
She sees you with a leash in your hand, and she runs out to the gate and sits there and leans on it like, I'll just wait here.
Yes, I know we're going to go.
And I will tell y'all that if I walked out there with a leash and put her in the car, she would happily hop in there.
And instantly regret it.
She freezes.
She's like, nope, I don't like it anymore. You don't even have to turn the car on.
No, she is froze in her footsteps.
She is.
She just sits there, and she doesn't move the whole time. She leans against the seat and just sits there until you're done with the drive, and then she's out.
She is so cute, too, because she's super, super happy, and she's got such big eyes that it looks like they're going to come right out of her head.
She gets the whale eyes going on just while she's in the car.
And if you didn't know her, glancing at her, you might think, oh, she's fine. She's just sitting there. No, she is not fine. No, okay.
She's froze.
She is. She literally can't move. Okay.
Well, and I feel like sometimes if you wait too long to start some of those, taking them for walks and in the car rides.
Yep.
Going to dog parks if that's something you do.
Right.
I feel like if you wait too long to start doing that, it's so far out of their comfort zone that they don't want to then.
Right. I would agree with that. Yeah.
And I've always been one that whenever I have a dog, I do take them in the car with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell which ones are more comfortable than, the others. Taz, he's a English Cocker Spaniel I used to have, and he always had me hold his paw in the car.
He was so cute. Oh my
he
goodness.
loved the car rides. That was not a problem, but
Right.
I had to hold his paw.
Yeah, he needs a little emotional support. Okay.
Yeah.
He's well, and my dad. Well, Enzo, he's kind of like Elsa. He'll get in, but then he just nope. He just sits there looking miserable.
Yeah.
Jim, he loves it. He's my little co-pilot. Well, he was your co-pilot,
Yeah.
and then now he's people in the area call the cops on you too much, so it's tough to. He just got to fly. It was good. Anyway, but he loves it, and then the other two, Tito is way too big for the front seat, and he sure tries to make that work. So that is.
Well, it's. I think it's good to introduce some of those things because even though you do want them to be comfortable in the environment that you live in, you also want to expose them to some things that are maybe a little less comfortable. Maybe
Yeah.
I'd say. And I know Ziggy doesn't like going in the car. He doesn't want to get out of the car once I get somewhere.
Right.
Ziggy does not want to do that.
Yes.
And that has always been his personality. Everybody else, they'll hop in a car. They might not like it, but they will.
Right.
Now, I generally have a mattress in the back of my vehicle and they can lay down and just relax.
Yeah.
There are certain dogs that they might go back there and lay down, but they won't relax.
Yeah.
So those dogs, I feel like if I had waited too long to introduce them to a car ride,
Mm-hmm.
they may never be compliant.
Well, and that's another thing too. Getting in the car, kennel training. I know this isn't exactly on topic, but those are important for. You got to take them to the vet. It's things that they need to be able to do.
Yes.
At least a little bit, even if, like you said, they don't enjoy it. It's something that should be taught to them, and sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Um,
So, I mean, I do understand that. What did they say, 3 weeks or 3 months?
3 months. 3
Yeah,
months.
see,
with
that would be kind of late to me to
Mhm.
start some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I like I've said, I do understand wanting them to be comfortable within your environment that you provide,
Right.
but you also don't want them so isolated that they're freaky.
Right. Well, and every dog is different. So the 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months, that's just kind of a general idea. They're going to adjust differently, but you certainly, you don't want to be rushing anything. Patience and consistency are absolutely huge.
Well, I think the 333 kind of came about to kind of give people a heads up
Yeah.
on what they could possibly expect.
Yep.
But it's not written in stone.
No,
I mean, it will vary from, like you said, dogs have different personalities, so it's going to vary.
Yes.
But these are some really, I think they're really good tips.
Yeah.
And I think they can apply to dogs that you purchase from breeders as well.
I think so too.
Not just the rescues, but definitely the rescues might take a little bit more adjustment time.
Well, and that for sure, because I think dogs who are older and already kind of set in their ways, so to speak, are going to be it's going to take them a little more time to adjust than a puppy who has only been alive for 8 to 10 weeks.
These puppies, they're being naughty.
Oh no!
I had some things in a basket that I was going to take out to my garage.
Yes.
And, well, not my garage, actually. It was the dog building.
Well.
But anyhow, I was going to take out, and they were in that area playing, and they pulled that box down.
Oh.
And I heard quite a clatter.
Yeah.
And then nothing. I didn't hear any little paws thumping around, nothing. I thought,
That's suspicious.
what's up?
Yeah.
And I walked in there, and they had all run into my office and were hiding under the desk.
That was scary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, everything is new to puppies.
Yeah.
Every noise, the mop.
Yeah.
They were totally terrified by the mop and then ended up loving it.
Yeah.
You got to teach them and expose them to things and just
Yeah.
be ready for I think, one way I look at it is to prepare yourself for the worst and hope for the best.
Yes.
And you'll probably land somewhere in the middle.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you do have problems, and you're really struggling with an adjustment that, whether it's a rescue or purchase dog, you can always see if your vet has anybody they can refer you to, or if they can help you.
Yes.
Or see if you can find a trainer in your area.
Right. Yep. Jim, he had an adjustment period because he was a little bit older and he went from country to in town.
Yes.
So he didn't poop for 3 days. I was starting to get a little worried. I'm like, man, you're going to explode if you don't do something.
This is a dog that won't go on vacation with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to be like, hey, Ma, listen. Because, yeah, he won't do it. But he's, excellent now.
Yep.
He's totally fine. He can watch traffic and people out the window, and he poops fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's good. So,
Relief.
I knew you guys were all worried about that.
Uh-huh.
So,
But how's his pooping?
it's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Very. But, and he knew me too. So
Right.
I was a familiar person, but there was a lot of unfamiliar things in the environment he was in. So,
Well, he did go from the country to, I think you had like 2 blocks away a railroad track.
yes.
So there was the train going by. There's traffic on that one main road behind your house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was quite a different, just in the neighborhood
Very busy.
environment.
Yeah.
Not to mention the home.
Oh, man, he got out one time. Holy cow. I won't go into that story because it was very long, me chasing him and construction workers seeing me stomp after him. For several block area.
So
anyway.
I'm going to just pick out your phrase, stomping at him.
Yeah.
That could have possibly contributed to the run.
Well, if you would have seen his face, he was fairly unfazed by my being upset.
Oh.
He would let me get real close, and he'd turn around with this look like, can't get me. And then he'd go prancing off because he's faster than me.
Was he a happy dog?
Oh, he was. He was happy. Going under fences, and I'm like calling Cody, help. And he's like, good luck. So, but yeah, it's, I guess he had to explore.
Well, he's a little curious.
Too much so.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, so that's enough. But he took some, he's great, but he definitely had some adjusting to do. So,
Well, and like I said, if there are things that you're not getting past with the adjustment time, just make sure to, see if you can get some professional help, or sometimes just visiting with a friend or family member.
Yep.
You can figure it out.
Brainstorming is huge.
Yep.
So,
A lot of thunder going on between us.
oh, you don't want to know. Okay.
It is brainstorming central here.
We one episode a week, keeping it short enough is not always easy, okay?
Yeah. Well, when we started this, we were worried that we couldn't talk for 30 minutes.
Surprise.
Now we got to shut ourselves down.
I know, we got to keep track of the times. Like, we've gone too far. We've gone way too far.
And believe me, that's more than one time.
And off track.
Yeah,
Multiple
all the
times.
times.
So,
We apologize for that.
it's going to happen again, though. So,
It will.
Just so you know. It's come back for it, okay? But, again, if you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email anytime at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And
Don't forget to hit that follow button, or you can comment down below, too.
all right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll be here for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.